Tuesday, which here on The One Show can only mean one thing. It's time to say one big thank you to someone special. Today is the turn of Grace Gomez, and here are some of her friends to explain why.
I want to nominate Grace because she's set up such a lovely organisation here at New Beginnings, and it has genuinely made such a change to people's lives. She is a truly wonderful person.
In 2018, Grace raised almost £40,000 so she could transform this derelict pub into a place to support the homeless. The former pub now provides temporary accommodation and hot meals, and there's also an unofficial food and clothing bank.
I see people on a daily basis come in and they get a meal, they get friendship, and they're treated as lovely human beings, and that is all testament to what Grace has set up.
I looked like I was going to come homeless, and people told me to go to Grace, and she helped me through that. She is an angel in my eyes.
Grace, who was once homeless herself, now has over 40 volunteers who help her run the former pub.
Every volunteer she cares about, every guest she cares about. We're all like a family, really.
I think Grace deserves a great big thank you because she always puts other people first. She's an amazing woman.
She definitely is, and we agreed that Grace deserved a big surprise and a big thank you. But first, we wanted to hear a bit more of her story.
We've come to the pub in Reading that Grace has transformed into her homeless centre. We've told her we're shooting a documentary looking at inspirational uses of former pubs. And fronting it is a man who's experienced homelessness himself, before going on to becoming one of TV's best-loved fitness instructors, Derek Evans, better known as Mr. Motivator.
What Grace is doing for the people of Reading really strikes a chord with me. You see, there was a period in my life when I was homeless, when I was wondering where I'm going to get my next meal from. What she's doing is incredible.
But before he tells her how incredible she is, he's going to find out more about her, which she thinks is all part of the documentary.
How are you doing?
Hi.
Good to meet you.
And you, and you.
Yeah.
Time to roll the cameras.
So, come on, Grace. How did this all begin?
My heart's desire was to have somewhere for people who were homeless to go in Reading. This was a derelict pub.
Was it?
It was broken down and hadn't been used for a long time. And with the help of the community, we transformed it into a night shelter.
There's been loads of high points, isn't there?
The high point was actually getting the all-night cafe open for the first time. The first man that came in, when I saw him sleeping on that bed, I was in tears. Oh. I went home, I was crying, I was thanking God. And when I came back the next day, the lady who was homeless, she said, "Oh, that's the best night's sleep I've had." She said, "You treated me like a princess." And when people say things like that and I feel like a human being again, it's all worth it.
You know, everything you've said resonates with me because I've been there.
So you know what it's like to be out there, because I've been homeless, on the street with my carrier bags and nowhere to go. People help me at my low point and you have to help others, and that's just what we do. Mind the step.
Yeah.
Grace gives Derek and the cameras the full tour.
We call it a community fridge food bank. With food banks, you have to be referred, but people can just turn up here. They don't need to be referred. If you need food, you can just come and get it.
So far, this just seems like a normal documentary. And Grace has no idea that a crowd of family and friends is gathering outside to surprise her. Our team has told Grace that there's just one more shot we need outside, using the pub as a backdrop. In fact, it's actually so that Derek can finally come clean.
I told you a lie. You see, I'm not actually here. I'm not here to do a documentary. I am here from The One Show. And all your friends are here because they want to say a one big thank you.
Oh my God.
Take a look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi Grace, it's Jermaine here from The One Show. Your work giving homeless and vulnerable people in Reading a safe, welcoming and warm place to go has warmed our hearts. There's a lot of people who want to say thank you, and here's just a few of them.
Thank you so much for all that you do to help disadvantaged families in our community. You do so much.
Since I joined this charity, you have been magnificent. Continue with the good work.
You've touched so many people's lives, including all us volunteers. You're an amazing woman.
We love cooking here for the charity and serving the guests. We really think you've got a heart of gold and you are one in a million.
I'll never forget the first night we opened and what comfort we took in listening to the guys snoring in the back room instead of sleeping on the streets. Thank you so much.
I can't believe it.
Grace, everything about you have touched so many people's hearts and lives.
I don't know what to say. It's the people.
Grace, actually, it's you. You're an amazing person. Everyone, give Grace a big hand.
Yeah, go Grace. I love it. Now, if you want to nominate someone who goes the extra mile to help others, do let us know.
I didn't